Self-care. It's not always as glamorous as you might imagine. As much as we'd all like to think that all of our problems could be solved with a nice face mask and a mason jar of green juice, that's just not realistic. Hey, hi, come here. A lot of us see self-care as masking our sadness with happy activities. But that's just not what it is. It varies depending on your circumstances, and you often won't want to do it. I felt empty and gross for a while, and the last thing I wanted to do at night was get out of bed and wash my face. But it sucks to go to bed with makeup on, wake up with spots all over your face, put more makeup over them, repeat that process over and over and over. Or like if you keep trying to get your work done but you're exhausted, you're better off taking a 30-minute nap and coming back than spending 3 hours and getting nothing done. Care for yourself. In many cases, it's going to be horrible the first few days. You're gonna hate it at first. Keep doing it. In the words of Audre Lorde, caring for myself is not self-indulgent. Caring for myself is an act of survival. Here's the thing. You can't do anything well if you're not well. Oh, I drove myself crazy working on projects for school, and you can see how freaked out I was because the projects are a mess. You can't pour from an empty cup. So let's talk self-care. And I know this stuff is so much easier said than done, but we'll start small. Talk to someone. Anyone who will listen. It can be a friend, it can be a pet, it can be a camera. Too real. Or write about it. It's just so much better to have your thoughts in front of you. Make a flowchart if you have to. It helps. In many cases, self-care is just making sure that you go about a decently healthy life. Don't overwork yourself. Be social. Take off your makeup. I'm pretty bad in this category. I'm working on it. But for the sake of keeping this video cozy, here are some simple ways you can care for yourself. If you're a stress pot and are worrying about all the other things that you need to get done, set a timer. Isolate anywhere from 6 to 30 minutes to just not think about anything. It's not that long of a time. You'll live.
Worn out places, worn out faces.
And we're done! Okay. Learn something new. That could be choreography, a few basic words of a language, or the history of the entire world. That video just doesn't get old. I love him. I love him.
Severe flooding alert. The entire ocean is now
Full of plastic.
Make something. Attend to your skin. The uglier you look in the process, the better. Draw. Even if you can't draw. Even if your sketch pad has been sitting on the table for weeks because you redid the nose 9 times and it still doesn't look right. Just keep going. Take a bath. Find literally any soap that you can and just dump them all in because it looks cool. Paint your nails. Oh, but I'm a boy and I don't want masculine. Shh. Are you really about to let some color on your fingers outweigh the masculinity that you're trying to channel? Really? Live your dream. Order food. Because are you kidding me? We live in a time where I can just click a few buttons and within an hour, some person will show up at my door with a pizza. Why would you not take advantage of that? If you're feeling anxious about something in particular, ruminate. Let me explain. Don't do it in your head. Do not do it in your head. Get out a pad of paper and write down every single thing that's freaking you out. Make it look real pretty if you want to. It's your life. Write a song, or write 3 songs and 2 poems and assign various melodies and cadences to all of them. This took me a really long time to figure out, but the worst thing that you can do is try to repress your anxiety because it's not going anywhere. It's hard because I want to talk about dealing with la puta mente. And I definitely will at some point because it's a struggle. Objectively, you can understand that everything going on isn't real, but that doesn't stop her. I'm gonna make a separate video about mental health. I'll link it here and or at the end and or in the description once it's made. Question of the day, what is your favorite method of self-care? Talk about your stresses, talk to each other, comfort each other. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat the dishes. There's another cat outside. It's meowing. There's my cat. And there's this other cat just out there. Hi, cat. Oh my god. Hi. Wow, I'm emotional. Okay, that's it. Mental health video coming soon, probably. Bye. Love you. Oh my